Welcome back. We are going to cover the exciting topic of pre-production, the one thing that I feel like gets overlooked time and time again. A lot of people have talked about it. I'm sure you've heard of the organization tool Milanote. It has been a game changer for my workflow when I'm in pre-production and trying to get scripting done, shot listing done. On this channel, I want to give you guys insights to how real filmmakers plan shoots, what organization tools they're using to be more efficient and save time on set. But this job is a medical device commercial that we will be doing 2 videos for one product, one how-to and one promotional video for the client. The crew is about a team of 6 or 7 individuals. There'll be 2 camera operators, a gaffer, a producer, and a photographer on set. We get a lot done in a day, and having this information to access while we're on set is just one more safety net that I feel keeps us all accountable and refreshes our memory on what we are coming to do and what we're trying to achieve on the day of the shoot. Okay, so let's dive in to Milanote. There's a bunch of tools over on the left-hand side that you can use. Usually I drag over the board, organize it into one main folder. As you can see here, I'll click on it. We have some upcoming projects and past projects we've worked on. So when I am first starting out, they offer a lot of templates on film production, but they offer a lot of different style templates. Use the ones that you find really help you. But for me, usually I'm looking at the film and TV production templates that they have. So we get notes from client for this video. We had the product video direction, some notes from talent, what they wanted to include. So I wanted to throw this information inside the Milanote so that way everybody has access to it. The producer, photographer, DP, everybody knows and tries to keep each other accountable on making sure we hit all the list of must-haves for the client. So we also have location options where everyone has access to these. They can check it out. They can look through and see which ones would fit best with the script that we're shot listing. We send it to the client for final approval. And again, it's just all the information is right here so that we can access and make it easy for the team. I also wanted to talk about scripting. Sometimes scripting can be a little intimidating. I am not a script writer. I am not hugely involved in the creative side. I've done shot listing. I've done other things like that, lighting diagrams. But for me, scripting is actually new. But we don't need to be scared. We have lots of tools that we can use at our disposal that make it relatively easy. In the past, a lot of these medical devices are the same. They might follow a similar script to the ones that they have shot previously. I take the previous scripts information and I also look at some of the information that the client has provided in the description of the product. Is it doing anything new? Are there any newer steps that we can kind of incorporate into the how-to? But also, so what I'll do is I'll take a look at, here are the things, the bullet points for the must-haves for the promo script. I actually take a previous script from the shoots that we've done before, take some of the details, and I start, putting them into a Word document and just kind of getting my thoughts on how we can kind of incorporate the old script and the new script. And once I have that information all laid out, I open up Chatgpt because I want a wide variety. How can we polish this? How can we use this for a voiceover? So the client didn't want to just show that, this is a forehead thermometer, you point it and shoot it and get an accurate reading. They wanted to have, they have a baby mode, they have an object mode, they have an adult mode. So we take all that information, we throw it in Chatgpt, and Chatgpt just kind of polishes it. So when Chatgpt gives me, multiple options, spit something out, and I read over those options. Which options do I like best? Sometimes I take, the first sentence, paste it into that document that I have, read down through the other options and I like what it said from there and paste it in, and we have a full cohesive voiceover. Also, we're trying to keep this in a certain time limit, and Chatgpt often will end up throwing a lot of fluff, throwing a lot of extra words, making it sound over the top and too polished. So again, we use this tool, and then it's our job to kind of refine, cut out the extra stuff so that way we're not spending hours trying to collect footage to make sure it just fits with this voiceover. So, you know, if we're going on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and we have to hold this shot, it's just we either need more, which can cut into time, or we just need to, you know, get prepared on the pre-production level and just start cutting out that extra words that we don't necessarily need to have, that just adds extra fluff, adds extra time into the video piece instead of just moving us along and getting us through it. So that's how we tackle scripting. It's a relatively simple process. It just takes a little bit of time and referencing, you know, previous scripts, new product information, and how can we incorporate all those and make it sound the best and within a certain time limit. For the promo script and the how-tos, those will get sent off to the client for pre-approval, and all the guys have access to it. They can see and kind of powwow, and we can make sure everything and all the information makes sense. Is something dragging on a little too long? How can we cut it down? How can we, you know, kind of fine tune this stuff, which is great because it's not just myself. It's not me doing all this by myself, sending it to clients. I have other brains, other people who are looking at it from a different perspective that can give creative criticism and feedback to how to make this project go smoothly and make it go better. Moving on to the shot listing, it's fairly straightforward. I don't know if you guys have never done shot listing. Again, Milanote offers great shot lists, great templates to get your ideas, whether it be brainstorming, shot listing, mood boards, everything. So for us, I wanted to share the shot list with the guys so that way they can reference it on set the day of. Constantly referencing this. Someone will have it up on the iPad, making sure we have shots. Sometimes the shot list is very in-depth. The how-to, we might, you know, keep it pretty vague. That way we allow ourselves to have some wiggle room and fun within that. So for the promo shot list, as you can see here, it's just taking the description and the script and kind of chopping it up and making sure we have all the necessary parts and pieces and kind of creating a story within the promo. So that way it doesn't just feel like a, you know, general medical commercial. We want it to feel lively. We, of course, want it to seem a little bit narrative. So we always are trying to piece those scenes and any sort of way we can get a little bit creative with telling a medical device story. When I'm shot listing, it is vitally important that the DP or the producer or the gaffer can kind of get an idea of the mood, the tone, what types of shots we're getting. Sure, I can list it out. I can, you know, have it chopped up into various scenes, but I also want to get them creatively thinking, and if there's anything that they want to adjust or add, we can always do that within this shot list. But there are multiple tools out there, whether it be Shot Deck, Frame Set, iCandy, but for this shot list, I actually used Canva, and they have a lot of really unique AI generated images, which I have found that you type in a very specific description, it'll spit something out. The images are, of course, not always perfect. Canva actually has some really unique designs. They have this little Dreamlab tab. You now are able to type in, you know, whatever you need for shot listing. Like, for example, mom at a dining room table, happy cinematic. So that way within our shot list, we can have an idea of what kind of shots we're using, what we're looking for, and we can pull that information and put it into our shot list. Frame Set, Shot Deck, it's kind of hard. You can get an overall vibe, a mood, a tone, but I have found with these specific tools, it gives you something very, very specific to what you're looking for. What I know it's AI generated and it might not be the most perfect thing, but it gives us a very specific idea of the shots we're trying to capture and get. So I will send these and we will review these as a team after our pre-production, and we'll go from there. Make sure the client's happy. We'll make sure that we have all the information we need. We might fine tune the script. We might revise the shot list. A lot of times I'm gaffing on these shoots. The DP Jay Ramirez and the other cam op Robert Teegarden are incredible DPs, incredible cam ops. Rob always has his iPad out referencing script. Andrew's on the set making sure that we are on time, we are getting the shots we need, and he's in contact with clients. These guys are professionals at every level in terms of both skill set and business-minded people. I've been learning an incredible amount on how to run a business properly, efficiently, and getting financial gains and making sure that we're getting adequate budgets for everybody, and making sure everybody eats, because it's vitally important to find a crew that not only you mesh skill set wise, but you are being challenged and you're learning from individuals who are oftentimes more talented than you are. I have a great skill set in, being a DP, being a cam op, being a gaffer, but what I found I lacked that these individuals have is great business sense. Please stay tuned. I hope you guys got some very valuable information on pre-production. If you have any questions, if you have anything that works for you, please share that. It's always good to hear what other creatives are doing and how they're approaching the pre-production process, because we all think differently. Pre-production, we have to do it. It's vitally important. It has made being on set 1,000 times simpler, 1,000 times easier, where there's no more headaches, there's no guesswork. It's just the one step that I feel people overlook a lot of times, coming from a single operator perspective, that a lot of times we're just not doing pre-production, and it makes the shoot, it makes everything go so much smoother. You know what you need to accomplish. You're not guessing on the day of. Pre-production's key, man. Got to do it.